Hello and welcome to Space Shark Teaches. I'm Sean from Space Shark Studios, and I'm here to teach you GDScript in Godot 3.1. Let's get started. In this lesson, we're going to be making a coin that your player can collect in order to make your levels a little bit more interesting, as well as so that we can keep score in later lessons. With that said, let's get started. So, before anything else, we need to add a coin. So let's add a child node, and we're going to be using something called Area 2D. So Area 2D, just like some of the other colliders, it's an area that will have a collision on it. We're going to call this coin. And we are going to make a new branch out of it. Save that in scenes, or a new scene out of it, I should say. And now let's enter that coin. So in here, we need to add a collision shape, just like we've done before. And then also an animated sprite. So in the project description, or the video description, you'll see that I've added some coins that you can use for this. Now you can drag these in. You can use coin 2 at the end and it will make a nice spinning motion. As you can see, they're really blurry though. That is because you need to make sure and set the import preset to 2D pixel and click import. So remember, you need to do this anytime you import a new pixel art, or else it'll blur out like that. So I set the loop speed to 6 because this is aesthetically pleasing to me. And that is it for the coin, right? We're done. Well, except we're missing the script that'll actually allow it to be picked up. So let's go ahead and add a script. Make sure that it is saved in your scripts folder and create it. So we can first get rid of everything except for this extends. Go ahead and save that off. Once we've done that, we want to go ahead and use something called a signal. So what a signal is a function that basically alerts to the world, hey, this just happened, or that gets fired when an outside thing happens to it, is actually probably more accurate. In this case, Area 2D has two different types of signals. One is that the area, or an area, entered or exited it, which means a non-physics body thing. And then there is body, entered or exited, or anything like that. And that means that a physics body, so a kinematic body or a rigid body, has entered the area. We are going to use body entered. You can leave all of this as it is default, and it will make a new method called onCoinBodyEntered. So this will be called anytime something intersects with the coin that is a physics body of some sort. Clean this up a bit, and we can even see it. Something entered here. So let's go and move the coin to a better location, say here. And then if you watch the debug, you can see that the player passes through. Great, so now we know that the player passes through. We can use something called QFree to make it look like the coin is being picked up. And there we go. The coin is picked up. We're all done, right? Well, once again, not quite. So the problem with this is, like I said, it will fire off anytime a physics body intersects it. So, like you could see there, let's put it up here instead, the platform can collect it too. That won't really work well if you are trying to design a game. So we need to change what's going on here. We only want this to be picked up if what's running into it is the player. So the way we do that is actually by using something called groups. So in the player, so let's go to, first off, I have another player being used here. We want to swap back out to regular player because another player, was for one of my extras. Another player uses the animated sprite, whereas player uses a sprite that you control the animation of using code and a sprite sheet. So in player, let's enter that, and we are going to add to the groups. So over here on the right, next to inspector is node, and then next to signals is groups. And we are going to say add the group player, which means that this player is now part of the group named player. Save that. And now in the script, we can say if body is in group player, queue free. So let's see what happens. The platform does not pick it up, but the player does. Awesome, that's exactly what we wanted. So that's it. This is all it takes to have a collectible item. Now, it doesn't do anything fancy like keep score or anything like that, but we will be priming this to be able to do such right now because we are going to add our own signal that can be listened to from the outside. So the signal will be coin collected, and then right here above queue free, we are going to emit the signal coin collected. So what this does, is that anytime this coin collected signal is emitted, or anytime a coin is collected, it emits this signal coin collected, which means we can now hook up a manager to the scene, a new script for the scene that will keep track of the score. But that is for next lesson. So next lesson, we are going to be using these new signals in order to keep score. And then after that, we are going to move on to making our user interface. And then basically the first part of your game is done. After that, you can use all the pieces that you've made to expand on your level and keep making games from there. So I'll see you next lesson. Thank you for watching Space Shark Teaches. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the channel and remember to click the bell to always stay up to date. Please also join us on our Discord, linked in the comments, and check out our other videos if you ever want to see what else we've been up to. Thanks again for watching, and we can't wait to see what you make.